In the last class, we focused on theatre, the classical forms of theatre, the Sanskrit drama, and the Kodiyattam, which is the oldest surviving theatre. In this section, we would focus specifically on the Indian folk theatres. Now, if I want to broadly classify the Indian folk theatres, we can simply classify it under three heads. The first is one which is known as the ritual theatres. The next was the theatre of entertainment, and the third was the South Indian theatre. So, we would be classifying all these theatre forms under these three broad heads that we would be considering. The idea was to reflect the common man's feeling, the common man's idea, and give a kind of rural flavor to the theatre and the drama practices, and much more beyond a social entertainment where it could be providing message to the community. So if we talk about the ritual theatres, we have 6 forms of ritual theatre. The first form of ritual theatre is the Anika Nat. Now Anika Nat is one of the traditional one-act play of Assam. So the region where it is started is important. So Anika Nat from Assam, it started with the famous Vaishnav saint Shankaradev, and Shankaradev basically focused on the performance of Aneka Nat in a kind of opera style, and special expressions are important, and those special expressions could be revealed through the various characters. The next is the Kala. Now Kala is the most ancient form of Vaishvanite tradition, and under the Vaishnav tradition this form of folk theatre has been practiced. Now this Kala has been further classified under 3 heads. You have the Dashavatar, the next is the Gopal Kala, and the Golan Kala. The next is Ram Leela. As the name suggests, it is popular in the regions of Uttar Pradesh where you have the role of Ram that has been enacted. Ras Leela talks about the story of Radha and Krishna, mainly from the region of Gujarat. Bhuta is what is known as a spirit, and it is popular in the regions of Karnataka, the Kangra district, and it focuses on worshipping the dead ancestors. The next is Ramman. Ramman is a traditional religious festival, we could say, in the Garhwal area of Uttarakhand, and you have local songs and mask dance, as you can see in the image here, which are popular under Ramman. So those are the 6 popular types of ritualistic theatre. The next form of theatre would be entertainment, definitely one of the most popular forms. So you have numerous varieties under entertainment. Bhavai, as you know, you have the pictures here for better reference and better memorization. Now Bhavai is one of the most popular folk dances which is seen in the regions of Rajasthan and Gujarat, also popular in the regions of Kutch and Kathiawar. You usually have a Sutradhar. A Sutradhar is a person who comes in front of the stage, narrates the story, and then you have the curtain raisers, that is the curtain coming up and down and the performance is going on. So Bhavai is classically a form of theatre popular in the regions of Gujarat and Rajasthan, mainly in the Kutch Kathiawar area in Gujarat. The next is Das Kathiya. Das Kathiya is a popular folk theatre in the regions of Odisha, and usually Das Kathiya has 2 narrators at a go. Garodas are another form of popular folk theatre in the Garod community of Gujarat. So G for Gujarat, G for Garod, that's how you can remember it. Usually painted pictures are used to talk about the stories and the various flavors of the stories. The next is Jatra. Jatra is a popular folk theatre mainly in the eastern parts of India, and you have Sri Chaitanya, who is basically considered as one who initiated the concept of Jatra in the regions of Odisha, and then it popularized to the nearby destinations, but mainly located in the regions of eastern India. The Kariyalla is a form of theatre mainly seen in the regions of Himachal Pradesh, celebrated usually around the months of Dashera festival. Manch, as the name suggests, it's the popular place where drama or act is being done, the stage that we say as Manch. So it is originated M for Manch, M for Malwa in Madhya Pradesh. So the regions of Malwa in Madhya Pradesh where you have Manch. So Malwa is the region where you have Manch that is commonly seen. Usually you have mythological stories which are part of Manch. Nautanki is one of the most popular theatres in North India, and it is accompanied usually by the beats of the drums, which is also known as Nagada. The next is Ojapali. Ojapali is a theatre form of Assam. So we talked about the Anekanat, which was a ritualistic theatre of Assam. Ojapali is a entertainment theatre in Assam, usually associated with the festival of Mansa or the serpent goddess. Oja is the main character of this play. Pandavani is the another play that is usually seen. The next is the Podva. Povada is usually seen in the regions of Maharashtra. So popular in the regions of Maharashtra and talks about the heroic tales of Shivaji. The next is Swang. Swang is a popular form of entertainment mainly in the regions of Punjab and Haryana. Usually musical notes are accompanied with the various verses that are there. Tamasha is a popular form of theatre in the regions of Maharashtra. So along with Povada, you have Tamasha in the regions of Maharashtra that is seen, and Tamasha is classically accompanied by Lavani song. Now Lavani is one of the common songs of Maharashtra. Villupattu is a bow song. Now Villupattu is usually seen in the areas of Deccan, focusing on the stories of Ramayana. So again, form of a entertainment theatre. So those are some of the major forms of entertainment theatre. Now if we talk about the South Indian theatre, Yakshagan is one of the most popular theatres in the regions of Andhra Pradesh. You have lots of popular plays which are associated with Yakshagan. Burakatha is another form of a dance drama practice which is seen in the regions of Andhra Pradesh, and you have performances which are done on percussion instruments. The next is Pagati Veshalu. Pagati Veshalu is another form of dance drama which is seen in the regions of Telangana. Role playing is one of the major components under Pagati Veshalu. Bayalat is again an open theatre which is seen in the regions of Karnataka. You have stories which talk about the various types of Bayalats, and then you have Tal Mandale. Tal Mandale is a kind of a play which was before the Yakshagan. So it is considered as the predecessor of Yakshagan, and then you had the Yakshagan in Andhra Pradesh. Theyam is another important form of ritualistic theatre practices in the regions of Karnataka. You have Krishnattam again under Karnataka, where you have Krishna Geet that are recited. Kuruvanji is one of the popular classical Tamil poetries and Tamil songs that are done, and usually it's a form of dance ballet. And Kodiyattam, which we have already covered in our class on the basics of Indian theatre, which is the oldest surviving theatre in the regions of Kerala, and it is a combination of the Sanskrit play along with the element of Kothu, which is considered as one of the ancient forms of art during the Sangam period. So those were the three major heads under which we had the Indian folk theatre that was explained. But if we talk about the modern day theatre, as we explained in our class on Indian theatre, Vijay Tendulkar was one of the foremost leaders who brought about the traditional folk dances in the Indian theatre. Later on, Indian theatre had international recognition in many aspects, and towards the late of 20th century, we have seen that lots of Hindi, English, Gujarati, Odia dramas have come up. Now, if we talk about the timeline, after the revolt of 1857, as we can see, we have two major revolutions in the modern theatre that came up. We have establishment of Indian People Theatres Association, which is a kind of cultural wing of the Communist Party. Then you had the Prithvi Theatre that was introduced, Sangeet Natya Academy, Nukkad Natak or street dramas were introduced during 1970s and 80s, and later on you had Vernacular Theatre and Nature Academy, which came into existence. Now, if we talk about some of the major groups over the years, we have the Three Art Clubs, the Little Theatres, the Anamika in Kolkata, Theatre Unit in Bombay, and so on. So those are some of the major units and major institutions that are working with preserving and conserving the Indian theatres. Now, if we look about some of the major theatres that we have already covered so far, these are the locations of those theatres on an Indian map. So, if we look onto the North Indian structure, we have Swang, as we said, in the regions of Punjab and Haryana. We also have Swang in parts of northern Rajasthan. Then in the parts of the Uttarakhand and the regions of Uttar Pradesh, you have Ram Leela, Nautanki, Ras Leela that are usually seen. In the eastern India, as we have seen, you have Anekanat and Ojapali in the regions of Odisha. You have Udiyapala, Daskathya in the regions of Odisha. And finally, in the south India, we have the Yakshagan, the Burakatha and the Pagati Veshalu in the regions of Andhra Pradesh. Then you have Villupattu in the regions of Tamil Nadu, and Kudiyattam or Kathakali Tal Mandale in the parts of Kerala and parts of Tamil Nadu, adjoining parts of Tamil Nadu, we could say. So those are some of the most popular forms of the traditional theatres that are there present in the various parts of India. We have understood those under both the categories based on whether it's a ritualistic theatre or an entertainment theatre, or the regional aspects and the regional distribution. So this was about the Indian theatre. We would be covering many interesting lectures on Indian art and culture. So stay tuned for many more updates from our side. Have a wonderful evening ahead.